I was just chilling here thinking, man, I have not done this in a while. And there's a lot of exciting things happening. I mean, we got a Nintendo Direct announced for tomorrow. I've been playing a game called Mina The Hollower, which is honestly like my game of the year contender right now because it is so stinking good. And so today, honestly, I just wanted to hop on here again. I haven't done this in a while, and I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's play some Mario Kart, and let's talk about a game that's completely unrelated to Mario Kart. Oh my gosh. No, I have been playing a game called Mina The Hollower, and it has pretty much consumed my last like week or so. It is so good. If you don't know what Mina The Hollower is, it's Yacht Club Games, the creators of Shovel Knight. It's their brand new, pretty much their new IP. And it's like a top-down. I'm gonna probably try and show some trailer footage overlaid on top of this to kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. But it's basically like it's like if Link's Awakening and Castlevania kind of had a baby. I also know it often gets kind of compared to like a Souls-like Dark Souls or Bloodborne, but I've never played any of those. I played a little bit of Dark Souls 3, but so I mean I played a little, but not a lot. So I honestly can't fairly say if it's like that or not. But all that to say, it is just like an amazing top-down, very difficult, just open world mix. It's honestly so good. So honestly, that's why I'm here. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the game, and it's just so good. Yeah, it was announced a while back as a Kickstarter. Well, yeah, actually a few years ago, I think. And ever since it was announced, I was always very, very much like very interested in it because I'm a huge fan of top-down like 2D Zelda. Like that's honest. Like I love top-down Zelda, and so when I saw that Yacht Club is basically making a modern version of that, but really with its own unique identity and we'll get to that in a little bit more. I was already on board, and so I've been following it for a while. Finally came out, and so it's kind of blown me away in multiple areas. But yeah, honestly, it's this game right here. I know I probably showed a trailer by now, but it's this game right here. It's so good. But so basically, Mina the Hollower, again, it's like a top-down Zelda, but it has some very interesting, just kind of, I don't know. I was expecting it to be pretty much like a Link's Awakening, a modern version of Link's Awakening, or like an Oracle of Ages and Seasons, like just a modern Zelda game. But I really do feel like it is so much more than that. First, the first thing that I want to mention is it's very much like an open world structure. And so you start the game out, and there is kind of like a, I don't know, quote unquote correct route, or like an ideal route, but the game is structured in a way, and with its collectibles and upgrades and the combat and like the skill ceiling, and just the exploration, everything kind of just like allows you to explore its world and however you see fit. And this world is literally just packed with secrets and just discoveries and like secret bosses and substantial collectibles. Like it's not even just like your basic collectathon. It's literally like special items that could help you and just have a greater impact in your tool set or your weapons or whatever. It's like it has like these like trinkets, which I would kind of like label them as like, if I had to compare them to something, it'd be like a Paper Mario badge pretty much. It affects either your like mobility or your attacks, or gives you special abilities or whatever. So they vary in so many different things, but those are sprawled all across the world. And I don't know, I'm a sucker for like collectibles that greatly help you or give you some variety in your tool set, and that's why I'm such a huge fan of like Paper Mario badges. I just love them. So trinkets in the game kind of scratch that itch for me. It's super good. But yeah, like I said, the open world structure is just so, I don't know, it's so amazing. But the game itself just kind of has a unique identity in like it's just the way it feels. The combat and just the platforming in general is so I don't know, so satisfying. I know there is kind of like, I don't know, there's some people that aren't a huge fan of like the platforming and combat, like kind of centric, how they kind of go hand in hand at times. It can be a little frustrating, but I don't know. Once I kind of got a rhythm for how the game works and feels, I instantly kind of fell in love. Well, I actually didn't instantly fall in love with the game, because like the aesthetics, the graphics, and everything were, and like the music, oh my gosh, the music's so good. I was really digging the vibe of the game, but honestly, the feel of the game, it did take me like an hour or two into the game to really get a grasp of how it works. Like I said, it's like a top-down Zelda. So if you've played any of the original Zeldas, Link's Awakening or Link to the Past, you'll kind of understand what I'm talking about. But it's unique because you're like a mouse and you can like burrow into the ground. And so it kind of adds like an extra depth or element to like the typical top-down perspective. And so that adds some unique, encounters. It gives you some unique platforming abilities or like platforming opportunities. I don't know. Honestly, it's a really, it's a really unique kind of dodging mechanic as well. I don't know. I think Yacht Club did a fantastic job kind of like just making it pretty seamless and using it in many different ways, at least the burrowing mechanic. But the combat is something that's like, I think this is where it gets kind of its Dark Souls or like Bloodborne comparisons. I think there's some mechanics that Mina the Hollower kind of steals from these games as well. But like I said, this game is actually really difficult. Like even on the default settings, like it is very, very difficult. They do give you a lot of accessibility options. Like if it is too hard for you, they have tons, like almost like overkill on how many like just options that you can manipulate to like kind of create your own feel of the game, I guess, and kind of just, I don't know, kind of create your own game within the game. I just stuck with the default stuff. I thought the default was good and a good challenge for me, but the combat, it really does have a high skill ceiling. Once you kind of get a feel for how the game works and controls, there is a very high skill ceiling, and it's not even just like the bosses, but like the enemies. You know, each encounter, like you really have to be intentional with, how you approach certain situations or certain enemies. There are multiple weapons you can choose from. I don't know. There's a lot of variety in the combat, and obviously, I'm a big sucker for gameplay first, and so like the story and like the theming of everything, yeah, like it's super important, don't get me wrong, but I'm always a gameplay first type of person. And I don't know, I really enjoyed how Mina the Hollower had just kind of a combat focused just structure. But I guess I can't even really say like combat was fully its focus, because there is a lot of interesting platforming too. But either way, it really just like And Yacht Club really does, in general, for me, just strikes like the right chord with me, because one, it appeals to me with the like just the retro inspirations and just the how they kind of just like are inspired by an era of like retro gaming. So for this one, it'd be more like the Game Boy era, but then they spice up that inspiration with modern day game design in just a beautiful way. And so that's kind of what they've done with Shovel Knight. That's what they've done with Mina. And so they pretty much are my favorite indie studio. They're just so good at what they do. And so, yeah, there's just so many amazing elements with Mina. I don't even, the sprite work and the theming, I'm not a big horror guy. I've never really enjoyed the horror genre. And especially when things get a little too dark for me, it's just like, I don't know, just not really my thing. But I don't know, I've always kind of liked the Castlevania side of like, I don't know, kind of like the monster aesthetic, and kind of like the, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like the era of like where Castlevania kind of lies. And that's where Mina the Hollower kind of lies too, is in like kind of that, just kind of old-timey monster type. But there are some like, you know, there are some like spooky things. The whole aesthetic is pretty spooky. But yeah, I guess that's kind of a good way to describe it. It's not really horror. It's just kind of spooky. You know, it's like, you know, monsters and stuff like that. And so it's definitely takes a more mature, little bit of a darker tone compared to Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight, again, it's like the way the developers have described it is like E10 plus or whatever. Like that would be the rating they were kind of going for. So it's like spooky, but it's still like, you know, can kind of gear towards kids. It's not like ever too dark. And so honestly, I think they struck a really cool balance with that, of kind of having a more mature tone, but really just, but yeah, kind of going, still having kind of a, I don't know, lighthearted, cutesy feel to it as well. It's a really unique, it really has its own identity with that. The music, man, I know I'm kind of just like bouncing all over the place. I'm just trying to like literally just, I'm gushing about this game because it's so good. But the music, man, oh, there is some tracks in that game that are just bangers, man. I forgot the composer. I forgot his name, but man, he does some incredible work. And just like, there's the theming as well too. Like I said, it's like a spooky aesthetic, but they really do have a wide variety of different places. I really do kind of like the kind of the hub, like town area. Ossex is just very, I don't know. It's very homey, kinda. I mean, I shouldn't even say homey. It's like all run down and kind of, you have like these like places in the town that are like very like poverish, and there's like a lot of poverty. Then you got like places where like kind of the high rollers live, and it kind of strikes this, I don't know, unique balance. But again, like I kind of said even before, the world is just filled with so much like discovery, so many secrets, so many different things to find and collect. It really is just something special. It's really one of those like once in a lifetime games, in my opinion. It's so good. And I actually plan on playing, I kind of want to try and play either the new game plus, or dude, they even have a built-in randomizer, just baked right into the game and in the settings. So it's like, I'm telling you, like there is so many different like modifiers that you can turn on and off. It's just so good. So I might even try and do that. That's probably what I'll do next, is like a randomizer. Oh gosh. But yeah, I don't know. it's definitely something I wish. I guess the only unfortunate thing that I really can already kind of see within the game is that it's a game that's probably not for everyone. There are kind of a couple of annoyances, like the platforming and combat like mixed together can be a little annoying, just like a tad annoying in some areas for me. And I've noticed that with other people too. There's a couple of moments in the game where the platforming and combat kind of just don't really meld together all too well, and it kind of becomes like just kind of more of an annoyance than anything. But I've only found that to be in a couple of areas, and I honestly can't even tell you where. But just every once in a while. Obviously, the difficulty is not going to be for everyone. Not everyone likes a super hard experience, but I've kind of been enjoying a little bit more of a challenge. I forgot what the last game I played. There was another game somewhat recently that gave me another challenge, but I don't remember what it was. But anyway, this has been a really fun change of pace for me, with the challenge and difficulty. So I know that won't be for everyone as well. But yeah, honestly, yeah, it's sad to say, but I definitely can tell that this game won't probably have as broad of appeal as like Shovel Knight did. But man, it's such a shame because I really do feel like this is an amazing indie game. It is just such a polished experience. So many, just such like discovery and really just mystery and what's the word I'm looking for? Like almost like whimsical, I guess. Like you're just like constantly finding new things, new upgrades, new bosses. Like there's so many like just random like mini bosses like in the game that are sprawled all around. It's something special. It really is. And it's hard to, I don't know. I feel like I'm not really doing a very good job conveying just how special it is. Maybe I am. I have no idea. I'm still trying to learn how to live commentate better, or share my feelings a little bit more better, just off the cuff. But I cannot recommend it enough. It is so good. Just everything about it it was just, I literally nonstop played it for, I don't even know. It's just the first hour or so. I guess, did I even ever finish my thought on that? I don't know if I ever finished. I don't even know. I played for like the first hour. I didn't really know what I was doing. Like I said, it's like an open world, so I honestly didn't really know all too much on how the game worked. And so for the first like hour or so, I honestly wasn't digging it all too much. And I wasn't really I was expecting it to kind of just be like a Link's Awakening type of game, Link's Awakening type of like combat even. Not very hard type of deal, but man, no, it really shocked me on how really difficult and like how intentional you have to be with the combat and everything. So the first like hour and a half wasn't really liking it, but then something happened where I just kind of like really started to get the rhythm of the game, really started to understand like how the like sub weapon, like how that kind of tied into the exploration and stuff. There's just once I kind of like finally hit that rhythm after like the first hour and a half, it really just opened my eyes, and then I just couldn't put it down. I actually played like the first like, I want to say 4 to 6 hours in the on an airplane, and so I got to really just sit there and focus solely on the game. Like I just had my AirPods in, I was just playing. And man, it was so good. And so, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say about it. It's just so good. I highly, highly recommend playing it or giving it a shot. It's definitely. I usually try and keep a list. Last like 3 or 4 years, I've been trying to keep a list of all the games I've completed. And out of all the games that I completed this year, Mina the Hollower is definitely up there. I think it is my favorite game I've played so far. It is so, so good. Another very short recommendation. If you really like Mina the Hollower, Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo, I'll put that up on the screen here real quick. That game is also a really good top-down. It's kind of like a top-down Zelda-esque game, but it really it strikes. I don't know. It has some. I'm trying to think of like. It's pretty much a love letter to like the Game Boy Advanced era, and it also has like badge elements from Paper Mario and kind of an open exploration like, kind of like Mina. It has some very unique platforming mechanics and combat. It's honestly another extremely good top-down Zelda-esque game that. Honestly, it definitely has its own identity as well, but I highly, highly recommend giving that one a shot as well. That is a really good indie game. But yeah, go play Mina the Hollower. It is so, so good. But yeah, I don't even know what else to say. I do actually kind of want to stream Mina, like a Mina randomizer sometime. That would be kind of fun. But I'm going to finish out this race, and then I think we'll call it there. But kind of do a shorter little gush session about Mina. But yeah, no, as I'm recording this, a Nintendo Direct is happening tomorrow. Super excited about that. If I had to give a little couple of predictions, really hoping for some DLC for this game. My goodness, I would love to see that. If I have time, I would love to sit down and kind of record a discussion or share my thoughts on the Direct. Probably similar to this as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna predict it now. I really feel like a 3D Mario is probably going to get announced that it's in development. I don't know if they'll show a lot. I don't expect one to come this year, but I do feel like they are going to announce it or announce something about it. That would be pretty sick. Something I would love for them to announce is something to do with like 2D Metroid. Oh, that would be so sick. I've honestly been kind of in the mood to play another Metroid game, and so I really, really enjoyed Metroid Dread. So if it's Metroid 6, or I've been hearing people say like a Super Metroid remake, oh, honestly, I would be down. That would be so sick. But yeah, I don't know. That's like kind of a wish list. Another thing, a lot of people are kind of mentioning like a Smash thing. I don't know. I'd be happy with anything Smash related. Like even if it's like a Switch 2 upgrade pack with some new content, I would really like that. I love Ultimate, so I think if they made a Switch 2 upgrade pack for that, I honestly would not be mad about that. But yeah, I don't really know what their plans are with that, but that might be far-fetched. But all I'm going to say is it's hard not to have high expectations for this next Direct, because we haven't got one since September of last year. And honestly, past July, like past the summertime, I know there's an upcoming Fire Emblem game at some point. That's coming to the Switch too, but that's honestly kind of it. And I mean, we're going to get pretty beefy Direct. It's about like 50 minutes long. So all that to say, I'm pretty stoked, pretty excited for tomorrow morning. So I really do want to share my thoughts on it, whether it's good or bad. We'll see how it Oh, shoot, I saw those green shells in my like peripherals. Let's go low. Okay. I think we're gonna get it here. Okay, let's go. Sweet. Yeah, well, that's honestly all I wanted to talk about today. Mina the Hollower is so good. Please go play it. It is phenomenal. It's right here. You will get there's so much value in this game for 20 bucks. It is an absolute steal. Please go play it. It is amazing. Okay. I'm done gushing about it.